Cyborgs to Star Park to Winter to Pirates to Summer themed, I have gathered every community-made Brawl Stars logo I could find. And today I'm going to be ranking all of them so we can find out which one is the best. Hit subscribe and let's get right into it. Let's start with the newest fan art, and it's this one from the user RealChesterBS, who designed this cool icon based on the recent Cyber Brawl season. Honestly, the guy really cooked here. Super cool looking and fits the digital cyber theme perfectly, especially with that glitchy effect he added. Could it use a dash of some other color than green? Yes, but it still looks awesome. And going by the comments section, most of the community feels the same way too. This next logo was posted by the user Joe Voy last year. It's clearly based on the pirate theme and has a darker and edgier feel to it. The blue color gives it a mysterious vibe. The X-eyes I'm assuming were supposed to resemble an eye patch. Anyway, I have a few issues with it, such as the mouth of the skull making it look more like a squid than a pirate. And I don't think the color choice, especially for the outer layers, is the best. The whole logo being this odd shade of green and blue doesn't make for a very attractive look. So the logo is not really up my alley. Up next, we have a logo designed by Henry69. Now, it doesn't really look like there's a clear theme he's going for here, but the bright red color is pretty bold and instantly grabs your attention, and it does contrast nicely with the black details. The white outline adds a nice touch, making the design pop even more. I also like the subtle glitch effect. It adds a futuristic feel to it. However, it lacks a bit of variety and character. It just feels like the Brawl Stars logo but red. It's good but very basic. This one was created by the user PG99. As he said in the post, it's basically a chromatic version of the original Brawl Stars logo. The colors look totally different and completely deviate from the classic black and yellow of the OG logo. Honestly, black would have looked cooler than white for the inner parts, in my opinion. Also, the logo feels a little too bright now. Overall though, it's still cool, but I wouldn't expect this kind of logo to be implemented in an update. There were two logos which was designed by the same guy called Tapanakara. The first pink one feels quite low effort and boring. It's essentially the same logo but in pink. And considering a lot of the player base are males, in particular young boys, I don't really think this will appeal to most people, and I'm included. But his other logo, now that looks way cooler. This one has a light creamish brown hue to it, and the skull in the center has these round Dr. Octopus-like glasses to it, which is pretty similar to the one Bell has. This really does give me Gold Arm Gang Season 6 vibes. The only thing I would change is the color of the glasses. They look way too similar to the rest of the logo, and I think contrasting it would have made it stand out more. Otherwise, it's a solid logo. To fit the Halloween update in 2021, someone named Sugarload Freak designed two different Brawloween logos. These ones are pretty straightforward. The OG Brawl Stars color scheme is left completely untouched, and the only thing different here are the faces of the skull, which now resembles a pumpkin and a ghost. If I had to choose, I do like the ghost one better. It looks more friendly and fits the theme of the game better. The pumpkin face looks a little too menacing, LOL. Anyway, both are amazing art and deserve a top-tier placement. This winter-themed icon was designed by Not Leo around 5 years ago. The logo now has a purple color scheme with a bit of snow effect and white lines on the top. While it kind of does give off winter and chill vibes, I do think there are some missing opportunities here. Like the actual skull could have been modified to fit a snowman, for example. Also, I'd think white would have been a better choice of color than purple. It could have represented snow, and I have no idea what that strange text is doing there on the bottom. So this may be a controversial take, but I think this one is a bit of a flop. This next logo was made by a user called TMI21. He designed this one based on the Pirates update at the end of 2019. The eye patch, headband, and golden tooth fits the pirate theme nicely. However, it could just be me, but I'm not a fan of the blue color for the borders of the logo. Maybe something like red or green would have looked better. You can really tell he put effort into making this though. Overall, a decent logo but not stand out. This second logo created by him is something else. If you're a longtime player, I'm sure you would remember the OG Summer of Monsters season in 2020 when Surge was introduced. Well, he designed it based on that season. This post actually got a lot of attention back then, garnering 3,400 upvotes. And I'm not surprised at all. This has to be one of the coolest looking fan-designed logos ever. I mean, I don't know how he managed to change the skull into the face of Surge without messing up the logo. That's amazing. I love the color scheme he used for the edges of the icon. They fit the summer vibe perfectly. I could legitimately see this being added into the game in the future. Another person in the community by the name of Black Wolf also created a logo for the summer update. This icon does have a cool and laid-back vibe, and I like the addition of the sunglasses. It does add a touch of personality. However, I'm not sure if I like the choice of colors here. The green makes the skull look almost like an alien, which obviously doesn't give off Summer of Monsters vibes. This post got less attention than the Surge one, and I can see why. While I appreciate the attention to detail, the style doesn't really vibe with me. This Team I guy is cooking. He designed a third logo, and this may honestly be the best of them all. Back in 2020, the iconic investor video Brawl Talk was released, which was the birth of the whole lore behind Star Park. This logo was designed to fit that Season 2 update, and it's a banger. The addition of the tin-foil hat on the skull with the iconic Star Park emblem is super cool. The whole design is very colorful, making the logo really pop. As a whole, it's just amazingly well designed. I actually wish we got this one over the creepy smiley logo that year. Up next, we have this winter logo, which was made by Max9841. It did get a lot of attention at the time. More than 500 upvotes is impressive. Let's look at the design now, which I absolutely love. The subtle shades of blue and the white layer around the skull work great together. And I love the attention to detail with the subtle white snow falling from above. Am I the only one who gets Cosmos vibes from this? This creation is definitely a W. This logo was made by a Dragox on Reddit, and honestly, it looks super cool. The outer color of the logo is now black, half of the skull's face is covered up with armor, and its mouth has been changed to a pair of fangs. So maybe a sort of cyborg vampire theme going on? Either way, it looks sick. I think a little more of the red glow would have made it pop out even more. But still, love this one. It would be a perfect logo for a Brawloween or Cyberpunk season. There was only one fan-made icon I could find on Twitter, and it was this one, made by someone named Cullen Brace. As you can see, the design is based on the Rumble Jungle season that we had in July of last year. This is definitely one of the highest effort logos I've seen. You can tell he didn't just modify the logo but drew it from scratch. The entire logo now looks like a carving on a boulder with a few leaves popping out from the sides. I don't think this is better than the actual logo we got for the season, but it's very artistic and well designed and definitely deserves a high ranking. Man, you really hate to see a depressed Brawl Stars icon. But can't lie, it's also pretty funny at the same time. The icicles forming on the face, the sad downturned eyes and muted green tone really do a good job of portraying the fact that the skull is in a cold, freezing climate. The only thing I didn't like was the snow cone on top. It feels out of place. It should either be removed or just be bigger and more noticeable. It's a cool design, pun intended there. And also the guy who made it is called Frost Comedy, so the username checks out in this one. The next few are going to be pretty goofy, so hope you're ready. This Discord logo is officially the oldest submission in this video, made over 6 years ago by a user called Micardo. It's pretty straightforward. He basically replaced the skull with a Discord face. I like the creativity here, but I wish he'd toned it down with the horror. The face looks like some psychopathic killer or something. Overall though, it's goofy looking and I like it. While I was searching the internet, I also found this Reddit version of the Brawl Stars icon. I have no idea who made this, but whoever you are, you're wild for this. The next one is probably the silliest logo of the three. This user Bluecornman combined the Line-App logo and Brawl Stars logo together to create this, well, let's just say interesting looking icon. I mean, the colors do look okay, but it's just a little, well, odd. So I don't know where to place this, but I'll put it in the May category. Check out these creepy logos I found. This one was made by a user called Benja. I like the bright orange color, and the skull seems to be turned into a creepy looking pumpkin with blood dripping off its eyes. This one definitely gives me the chills, and so it perfectly captures the Brawloween spirit. and the other one is made by the goated Teamy21. Man, this guy's made like 4 amazing icons. He's a legend. Anyway, this is his art. It seems to be designed around the Brawloween Rosa skin that was released in 2020. It's a pretty sick design. The only thing I find strange is the addition of the red heart on the logo. It doesn't fit the theme at all. Overall, I've got to give both these Halloween logos an S tier. I would love to see them added into the game for a Brawloween update. Lastly, we have a logo submitted by Christian on Reddit. His post actually got no upvotes and barely any comments, and I can't say I'm surprised. It looks like a strange milky white version of the OG logo, with some snow falling, I think. I don't really like this one, so I'm giving it the trash tier. So there you have it. My final ranking of every fan-made logo. Do you agree with my tier list? Leave a comment below. And I'm sure you'll also enjoy one of these 2 videos. I'll see you there.